Hey guys, it's Coach Chuck. I want to talk to you a little bit about nutrition. This was like way too long of an email. You guys know how I love to write anyway. So I thought that I'd come at you with a video instead because there's a bit that I want to go over. When it comes to nutrition, is keto the best option and the most realistic option for people? What about just a low-fat diet? Because that's worked really well. How about paleo? If you heard paleo is pretty good, paleo or Whole30, yeah. Flexible dieting? What about intuitive eating? Should you start listening to your body again? Detoxing. All of us have to do a detox, right? Especially before and after and in between the holidays that are coming up. And volumetrics. I need to eat food before I eat food. Okay, listen. There's a lot of different plans that are out there. Vegetarian, vegan, high protein, high fat, Mediterranean, South Beach, low carb, ketogenic, Whole30, ovo diet, lacto-vegetarian, lacto-ovo-vegetarian, vegan, whatever. Okay? There's a ton. My kids are wrestling downstairs. Sorry. Quiet down! Sorry! There's a ton of different meal plans that you can follow. Guess which one is the most important one? Which one is the most important one that you can follow to a T for weight loss? Any of them. You can follow any one of these plans, but just so long as you adhere to any plan and you're healthy and your blood panels are okay, stick with the plan. You know what the number one condition is for people to stick to a plan, whichever one of these that they choose? Guess the number one thing that it takes for people to simply adhere. Number one thing, weight loss. If you're losing weight, you're going to stick to a meal plan. You're going to stick to a meal plan if you continually see the scale going down. All right? But maybe you're not necessarily a pro athlete or a college athlete or a high school athlete, and you don't want to look like either a GQ magazine or a Shape magazine fitness model, and you just want to be healthy. You just want to be kind of lean. You want to lose some body fat. There's not any one program that is going to help you faster than the other. So when you pick any one of these things, they are going to work. So I'll tell you what's an experience that I've had with them, and then I'll let you make your own decision. First of all, the elephant in the room is keto, the ketogenic diet. Typically, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend any diet because I'm not a registered dietitian. If you get on a ketogenic diet, you will lose weight like that. Okay? I did it for 6 months, and I think all of you guys have seen my transformation photos. I did it with supplementation, with branched-chain amino acids and creatine, a high-fat, plant-based fat diet, not a whole lot of meats, and weightlifting. That was it. So it was the ketogenic diet, plant-based fats, supplements, and weightlifting. Now, I probably would have had the same results had I chosen a paleo diet or a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet or anything else. But I just happened to be on a ketogenic diet. And I don't even know if I was in ketosis because you have the strips that you got to pee in and you have the thing that you have to blow on like you're taking a breathalyzer test or something like that. I never tested my ketogenic state. I could just see in about 6 weeks my body fat just started to fall off, all right? And it was great. After that 5-6 month period, I felt pretty good with my physique, so I kind of stopped. And then I didn't go back to the way that I ate. I typically I kind of reintroduced, a few of the foods that I like to eat, like a few breads and a few grains, but nothing crazy. And for the most part, I've kept it off, kind of kept my muscle mass, kind of put on a little bit more. I need to take off a little bit more body fat, though. Kind of have gone overboard the last few months. But hey, pick one. Pick one of these guys. Do not start out with the ketogenic diet. That is my warning to you guys. Don't start out with the ketogenic diet. That is not something that you start out with. That is something that you graduate to. So I started out with a fast. And the way that I fasted, I wouldn't recommend for most people. I did a 6-week fast over Lent of 2018. Lent is a religious, fast for some of us. And it was 42 days of fasting where Monday through Friday I pretty much just had water. And that was it. Not kidding. I had water and I was weightlifting. But I supplemented with the aminos and I supplemented with creatine. And I weightlifted and I just wanted to see what would happen. And some really cool things happened. I was really, really impressed. And then from that period for 6 weeks, my body had no choice but to burn through the glycogen, to burn through all the sugars and then to start burning through fat. Like, that's just how the body is wired. That's what happens. Then I implemented the ketogenic plan. And I still wouldn't recommend it for most people. It's just a very difficult plan to follow. I certainly wouldn't recommend anybody try to fast for 42 days and live off of water, branched chain aminos, and creatine. But I did, and it worked super, super well. But it was really hard, especially the first 3 or 4 days. You make it over that 3 or 4 day hump of fasting, then the pains tend to go away. There's a super awesome documentary, if I remember. I'll put the link down below, but it's called The Science of Fasting, and that's it. It's like a 50-minute documentary, The Science of Fasting. It was really great. It kind of helped me through the process and set the intention to get through a water fast. Some people ask if that was a detox, like if I did a detox. No, that was not a detox. You know why? Because my liver detoxes my body. And I don't eat Twinkies or eat Doritos or have a bunch of hot dogs. So if I'm not ingesting the toxic chemicals, that means I don't have to detox those toxic chemicals. So stop eating the garbage. Okay? Just don't eat the crap. Your body will detox on its own. The best plan of attack is going to be different for everybody. I would eliminate the process. If I went through the process of elimination on here for about 90% of my clients, I would eliminate keto. Not great. I would start off with a low-carb diet, and by low carbohydrate, I mean that about 30% of your calories are coming from carbohydrate. So it's not completely eliminating carbs. Carbs don't make you fat. Excess calories will cause fat storage. And then from that low carb, I probably switch to more of a paleo. And then if I really wanted to kind of kick it up a notch, then I may go into keto. And when I'm in keto, I know that I'm not going to be there for very long, but I need to be there for about 8 weeks. Your body needs to adapt to becoming fat adapted. Most of us are parents, so we got this going on, and it's really hard to eat. And it's really hard to prep your meals, right? I don't prep my meals, should I? Yeah, I should. But I got this going on downstairs. I try to eat the same way as my kids. I try to have my kids eat a healthy, balanced diet. So I'm not on keto, and they're not on flexible. And my teenager is, well, he's kind of on the 7-Eleven nutrition plan right now. But I want my nutrition for my family to be virtually the same. My macros are going to be different, so I'm going to have more macronutrients than they are. But for the most part, we're eating the same thing. Okay? So let me know if you got any questions or comments. It would be great to hear from you. Comment down below. I'm not very good at remembering sometimes, so I'll try to post that there. Science of Fasting in the comments section below. Check out the Science of Fasting. Do your own research. You are the expert in your own body. I'm always here to help you live your best life ever. All right? Take care, guys.